Okay, so again, much like the last time that I did this, I really was expecting, for my reference, I thought I was just going to put like a nice question mark thumbnail of this video, but no, I'm not going to do that. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daniel Strunk from QuickTime Reactions, and much like the last time I did this, I went to one of AMC's mystery movies that they have on Mondays. And much like the first time that I did it for this channel, it was Gladiator 2. This time it is another movie that I wanted to see very badly, and I did not know if I would have the opportunity to see it. It is September 5th. This movie chronicles that day in 1972 at the Olympics in Munich, in which terrorists take some of the Israeli team hostage, and sports tries to cover the story to the best of their ability while making sure that they are making the right journalistic and ethical deliberations while covering this story. So, as many people who know me, I am a huge history buff. Whenever there is a historic film released, much like, Oppenheimer or 1917, or a movie that I want to see in theaters, Schindler's List, I want to see it wholeheartedly, because I am of the mindset that I am always a forever student, and you can learn so much. And also another one, Martin Scorsese's film last year, Killers of the Flower Moon, is also a historical film as well. And now we have this one. And one thing that I really appreciate about this film is that it shows all of the old technology and how people used to use it, and how they used to get certain shots, or how to do certain effects or something like that. It's always really cool to see that and see, oh, that's how they used to do that. Tim Fehlbaum, I believe is the director's name. He did a really amazing job of not only capturing everything in such a small area, but I think also using that area to his benefit, where I think no stone is left unturned inside of the production office, where we see the control room, we see brief glimpses of the main interview room, we see the film lab, we see where they do playback, we see the boss's office, we really get a nice sense of geography of this space, and I really do appreciate that. I think the entire cast did an amazing job of not only portraying the urgency of trying to get this story out, but also some with trepidation, because this isn't their lane. And sure, they may have those types of practices, but you don't necessarily know what thing is the right thing to do. And I am of the opinion of, if there is a certain type of news that you are an expert in covering, then you should cover that news. But since that they were so close to this situation, and they could get details quickly, or quicker than, normal news would, because, I'm reminded also during this movie that, certain stations had certain blocks, and they basically, the head of ABC, or at the Olympics, I should say, is basically, trying to get this all to himself. And Jeff is also trying to, get the story out as quickly as possible as well. And you run the risk of, overstepping boundaries and reporting on things that aren't necessarily true. And that does indeed happen towards the tail end of this movie, which, I thought was a really nice touch. But yeah, this movie is a very, very suspenseful, very well acted, well shot, and just really well thought out. I really want to know what kind of resources that they used for, making this movie. I'm very interested to see, kind of a behind the scenes on this movie. But yeah, September 5th is an absolutely amazing movie. I highly recommend you guys check it out when it officially releases. I really, really enjoyed it. Also, sorry about no Interstellar review. The theater that I was going to that was showing it in 70mm IMAX, their audio broke on it, and they had to scrap the screenings. I could have seen it digitally, but I wanted to see it in 70mm. So that's why there was no Interstellar review. But I will get that review up on the channel, I promise. I think they're going to reshow it in January, so I'm going to try and see it in January. All right? I'll catch you guys next time.